Well, you know what they say, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. But not for Edward Hayden, because he's turning up the heat this morning with a fiery fish dish.
Yes, and Edward joins us once again from his Kilkenny kitchen. Good morning to you, Edward.
Morning.
Good morning. I'm thinking of that famous phrase from Marilyn Monroe, some like it hot, so people can decide if they'd like it hot, but if they do, this is the dish for them, I can guarantee it.
And a perfect one for Good Friday, you were saying.
Yeah, perfect one for Good Friday. You know, lots of our traditions have kind of passed and have become eroded over the years, but I think one of the ones that holds relatively true is people kind of opting for fish on Good Friday. Traditionally, Good Friday is a black day or a fast day whereby people would be having one meal and two collations because abstinence is favoured. So again, sometimes, you know, a lot of us have fish during the week, but if not, this is an opportunity to have a bit of fish for Good Friday, and it's to think what to do with it. Of course, let it be said, the other Good Friday dish is fried egg and chips that lots of people have as well, but fish is the favourite dish of the day.
And sorry, before we get cracking, what's a collation? Is that a snack?
No. I don't know, Karen.
Let's get on to the cooking, Karen.
I told you, Good Friday is a day of abstinence, Karen, not a day of fun.
So what is it?
But yeah, a collation is a small little meal or a snack. Yeah, so it's just a very small meal or a snack. That's what a collation is.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's what I said.
There you go.
Okay, perfect. Right, so let's
what chilies?
Sorry, I thought you said a smack, Karen.
No, snack. You gave you a good collation.
My bad mind. My bad mind. I was going to say.
Steady on, Edward. Edward,
Absolutely.
Go on,
I told
sorry.
you Marilyn Monroe said some like it hot.
Oh, here we go. Get the chilies out.
Anyway, here what I've got is I've got some chilies. So I've got a couple of chilies. You can leave the seeds in or leave the seeds out. I'm going to leave them in there this morning. I've also got some garlic, so I'm just going to put in a couple of garlic cloves, just very roughly chopped there, because I'm going to blend this. I've got about 2 stems of the spring onions. Do you know the scallions? 2 of the actual individual scallions, and I've just cut those down there, so I'm going to pop those in there as well. I've also got some cayenne pepper, or you could put some paprika or even chili powder if you wished. And then I have the juice of about half a lime going in there as well. So all of those really nice aromatic ingredients. Squeeze every little bit of that lime out, okay, to get all of the juice. And then I'm going to put in a little bit of our oil. So I've got some rapeseed oil here. So I'm going to put maybe like a tablespoon of rapeseed oil, just enough to make that into like a little puree. And then using a little food processor or my immersion stick blender, I'm just going to pop that in there and give that a little blitz there. Pardon the noise for a second. Okay, give it a nice little blitz around. So effectively what you're doing is you're making your own little paste. That'll do. You're making your own little paste there for that. Okay, so it's like your own kind of a curry paste for all the world, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Then what I've got is I've got my salmon. So you can use this for any type of fish, really. The salmon, cod, hake, monkfish, sea bass, even a little bit of trout, or even the smaller fillets of lemon sole or plaice. It's a very versatile ingredient. I'm just literally popping on my gloves here, and I'm going to take some of that. And what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to smear that on my salmon. Now that amount of mixture that we've got there, that will be enough for about 6 portions of salmon. So it is nice and fiery, so be mindful of that. So literally just pop that on there and keep the rest of it for the other portions and smear that on. So just give it a little rub on, just like that, so that you have a nice little crust on there.
Okay.
Do you like fish, guys?
I'm liking a bit of salt and chili salmon at the minute, so a bit like that.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
lovely.
so I might give this
now,
one a go.
Have all of that. This is only a little slightly spicier version. So pop all of that marinade on, and then I have that onto a tray which I've lined with baking parchment. So again, that just means that the salmon can kind of come on and off the tray lightly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pop that into the oven. Now I have one into the oven, so we'll pop that in a few minutes' time. Very quickly here, what I've got is I've just got some salad leaves. I've got some roasted peppers. So I've just roasted some peppers here yesterday evening. Just a few bits that I have in the fridge. I actually was going to put a bit of red onion chopped into it, but I had a small little bit of red onion marmalade, so I'm going to pop that on there as well. And then I'm literally going to take the salmon and put that on. I've got a bit of fresh mint. This is just an add-on. I just have a little bit of fresh mint, and I had a bit of yogurt left over. So I'm going to pop a bit of that, another little bit of lime juice in there as well, and black pepper. And that, for people who maybe think that it's a bit too hot or feel that it's too hot, that'll just add a nice cooling element to that there for you. So let's whip out our salmon and have a little look.
Edward, it's a perfect dish for the long summer evenings that we've been enjoying since the weekend, isn't it?
Oh, listen, it would be gorgeous. So think of that, Karen, like with your nachos, with your crisps, or even with your kind of raw vegetable sticks or something. It's just that real nibbly thing. And I think we're all very nibbly at the minute. You know, we're sitting down in the evening and we're kind of grazing on whatever. So that would be ideal.
Oh, I'm glad to know I'm not the only one.
Look at that lovely salmon.
Wow, that looks great.
How long did you cook that for, Edward? How long was that in the oven for?
That's going into the oven, 180, 350 or gas mark 4, and that's going to go in for just shy of 20 minutes. Now, depending on it, if I can just give you a very quick and simple foolproof test, Karen, and if you can just see, and Joan is going in nice and closely for us here, to test whether fish is cooked, particularly the thicker pieces of fish, just press it at the side, okay? Press it at the side, and if it feels nice and firm at the side, that will indicate that it's cooked, and it avoids you having to, you know, cut down through it like that.
Like,
and
how
then
firm
that's our
are we
salmon.
talking? Would it have to? It wouldn't have to be well
kind of
done. Like it's kind of.
No, it's not like a well done, but if you just look at your hand here, you know, if you just feel that fat part of your hand just in there, you're looking for a similar sense of doneness, if you like. So it's very unscientific, but if you can just kind of use the two to compare, but again, that it doesn't feel that kind of rubbery or almost watery, that it just feels that there's a bit of robustness or a bit of hold to it. And then I'm literally just going to take some of that lovely yogurt and just put a small bit on the top of that. And then I've just got some wedges of lime that I'm going to put on. Of course, I love lime. I think the flavour of lime works really nicely. It always reminds me, I think, of a Saturday night of mojitos, but it's lovely. And then just a little bit of fresh basil. And the basil in itself is a nice cooling element. Now, I love a combination of hot and cold. So if I was serving that at home, now I have a platter of it here today, but if I was doing it as individual portions, I'd have my salad all prepared as I've done, and then just put the salmon on top just as I'm bringing it to the table, and let the heat of the salmon start to wilt the salad. But again, you've got the real fiery salmon and the nice kind of mild, you know, unintrusive salad, and then the lovely kind of yogurt dressing on the top of it. And yeah, gorgeous for Good Friday.
Delish.
Will you tell Joan on camera I'm very jealous, because she's going to be the only diner there today getting to taste that. It looks stunning.
Edward, have you seen the video of Karen blowing the egg that we did earlier? I can't concentrate for the rest of the day. It has me absolutely cracking up.
Can I just say, I have seen the video, and as always, Karen maintains, even whilst egg blowing without a straw, she maintains the usual level of style and elegance and class.
I just try and be professional, Edward. Just try
what
and be
a load
professional.
of rubbish. If you haven't seen it, make sure to look at that video.
Yes.
It is priceless.
And once my salmonella passes, I'll be absolutely perfect for Easter.
You.
Oh, no. Bit of crack. Thank you, Edward.
See you, Edward. See you next week.
Thanks, guys. Have a lovely Easter. God bless. Slán.
Happy Easter.